Scorpio, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a reading for you for the next week or two. And I'm not doing any structured reading this time. I'm kind of just letting the cards guide me. Okay, so I'm finding that these readings, come out a little bit more story-like. Okay, so we'll see what comes out for you. All right, so let's see what we have. All right, so this first card here, this is going to be the card that guides us. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so let's take a look. What is going on for Scorpio right now? Page of Cups. Okay, so pages tell us a couple of things, right? They tell us that there's some type of communication or message that you might have for somebody. Pages also indicate that there might be a lack of maturity somewhere in the situation. All right. Pages don't have as much experience as knights or queens or kings. So you might be dealing with a situation that you've never dealt with before. Okay. And that literally makes you immature in that situation. That makes you inexperienced in that situation. So Cups, pages of cups. This is an emotional message. You have some type of emotional message or something emotional that you would like to share, that you would like to say, or you are hoping for some type of emotional message from somebody else. We don't know yet. This also could be potentially an apology. For some reason, I'm not feeling like you want to apologize. You might be hoping for an apology. All right, so let's see why the Page of Cups is showing up here. King of Pentacles, wow. King of Pentacles has been showing up in almost all of the readings this week, okay? And King of Pentacles could be card of Taurus. So you might be dealing with a Taurus. But King of Pentacles is, we're asking why this is showing up. Why the Page of Cups is showing up here. King of Pentacles has everything that he needs in life. Okay? So the King of Pentacles is really about what he gives is what makes him happy. It's not about what he takes. So what that is telling me is that this is about something that you potentially want to give. You want to share some type of emotional message. Okay? An emotional message that you hope will make somebody happy. King of Pentacles also wants to make people happy and joyful and abundant. All right, so what's at the heart of this? Seven of Wands. This is another card that's been showing up a lot. Okay, so I feel like this for you is you see all of these wands here. Those wands are being held by potentially different people. It could be wands that are being held by the same person at different points in your life. I feel like that's more the case here with you. Each wand represents a specific instance that happened with somebody in your life. And it's like you're you're defending, you might be feeling like you have to defend yourself against different situations with a particular person. Why do you feel that way? You know, is the question. This message is definitely, I feel like it's coming from you. You know, you might have felt very different about a particular person back here, back then, than you do over here. It's like you're fighting some ghosts of the past. I feel like with one particular person. You know, and this could be, you know, this could have been going on for the last 7 days, the last 7 weeks, the last 7 months, the last 7 years. But there's one particular person that has been triggering for you, that has been somebody that has brought you to the brink of the good person that you are versus the bad person that you can be. Someone has really challenged you. What do we have here? This is why. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. So I feel like you have gone a few rounds with somebody. You've gone a few rounds with somebody. Two of Cups. The two of you have probably shared your cups with each other in the past. You have admitted that you have feelings, love, whatever it is for each other. The feelings have been mutual at different times. One person probably felt stronger at one point. The other person felt stronger at another point. But this has been a significant mutual connection for you. I feel like there has been significant feelings, intimacy, and love that has been exchanged between the two of you. All right. So what else do we have here? All right, Empress. Again, card of Libra and Taurus. Taurus is showing up extremely heavy in all of the readings. Astrologically, I'm not sure why that's happening. There's probably a reason. The Empress. Again, you know, this is, whoever, you know, this person is that you share this mutual connection with, you at one point or another saw them as somebody. You might have seen them as your divine feminine. You might have seen them as your ideal partner, your ideal person. This has been a very significant person to you in your life. But I feel like this person has brought out the best and the worst in you. What do we have here? Sun. Card of Leo. So this here, this is bliss and happiness. You know, I feel like, you know, this sun is showing up between this card here and this card here. So obviously, I feel like the sun is speaking more to the Two of Cups than the Seven of Wands. The Empress, I feel like, is speaking more to this King of Pentacles over the Seven of Wands. But when we're asking what the heart of the matter is, it's defensiveness. It's feeling like maybe you have to defend yourself, or you're easily triggered by this particular person. But this is ultimately, this is about true bliss and happiness with the person that you consider to be your ideal person, ideal partner. So this behavior stands out immediately. This behavior stands out because this behavior is coming from the ego. So let's see, let's clarify this Seven of Wands. Judgment. I definitely feel like that there has been a lot of makeup breakup with this particular person for you. The makeup breakup thing definitely happens, and it happens for a lot of reasons, but for a lot of people, it is completely based in ego, it's based in drama, it's based in validation. Okay? You know, and frankly, I see it more in women than I do in men, this particular behavior. And what I mean by that is sometimes as women, we might feel that somebody isn't treating us the way we deserve to be treated. And we have this urge to fix that. Right? So what do? We might end a relationship, not because that's what we really want to do, but because we want validation that this person finds us important, finds us valuable, finds us worthy. Because that action is not coming from an authentic place, it causes a lot of problems. The more you go back and forth, between being in this beautiful Two of Cups energy, being in the state where you feel like you might need to apologize or defend yourself, the more, unfortunately, the more damaged that relationship becomes. Okay, because what ends up happening is not only you start doing this, but the other person will start doing this to gain a leg up or gain power or gain ego. It feeds the ego. And it's intentionally hurtful. It's intentionally hurtful to walk away from somebody that you don't really want to walk away from, but you're doing it to make a point or to get somebody to see something that you feel they're not seeing, or to give you a sense of worthiness that you feel they're not giving you. So with the Judgment card coming up over the Seven of Wands here, you know, this tells me that you're probably in maybe a dark phase with this person, you know, and you're looking now to reconcile this Two of Cups connection. You want to give to this. You might want to apologize. You might want to connect with this person on an emotional level. But that's why the Page is showing up too. You know, the Page, this is where you might struggle. You might be emotionally immature when it comes to your ego. Especially as a Scorpio, if jealousy plays a role in this in any way, especially sexual jealousy. Okay? There's a real beautiful chance, especially with these two cards here, that this is a connection that can work if we can get past our ego. Because when you start behaving that way, the other person starts mirroring that behavior back to you. All right, so let's look at the Page of Cups. Let's look at the Sun. The World. All right, so this is a card of Capricorn, I should say. I almost feel like you want to say that your whole world was disrupted, but I feel like this was something that you instigated. It's like you desire your happy ending more than anything with this person. The Sun, again, happy ending. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, one more. What else? King of Wands. All right, King of Wands can be Aries. It could be a fire sign. You know, this is saying that I feel like these two wands are representing your best self and your worst self. When you choose your best self, the best version of you, I feel like there's nothing but really true happiness and bliss in the future for you, right? If you choose your worst self, you get the low vibration of the King of Wands. If you choose your best version, you get the high vibration of the King of Wands. It's like the King of Wands can almost do no wrong. Okay, he gets the job done. He's dependable. He's a happy guy. He's full of charisma. He gets what he wants. He's an entrepreneur. You know, the dark side or the low vibration side of the King of Wands is he's completely rooted in ego. And everything is about his ego. He gets easily triggered. He compares himself to people that he sees as competition. He's jealous. He gets easily triggered, easily angered. He needs to be number one. So your happiness, the Sun, is really about allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself, because what you appreciate about somebody else is they, I feel like, try to show you the best version of themselves. That's what you love. But you might see their dark side as well. Everybody has a shadow side. But I feel like the less your shadow side comes out, the less their shadow side comes out. I feel like you are leading this. Let's look at the Two of Cups. This connection. Wow. Look at that, Queen of Cups. Guess what? That's one of your cards. That's card of Scorpio. It's also my card for love. And I just finished saying that you are the one that's leading this. And your card comes out over the Two of Cups. You are the one that's leading this. So it's almost like you're being asked to be the example, to be the higher version of yourself. Not allowing yourself to be triggered by things that are considered small potatoes. You know, if you are that person that gets upset when your person finds, believe it or not, some people are actually triggered and upset and jealous by somebody saying that somebody is very attractive on TV. Okay? That's just an observation. It doesn't mean that person doesn't find you just as attractive or attractive in your own way. Some people have a really hard time separating that. You know, you might be easily triggered by things like that. You know, if somebody can't be around you and be themselves without worrying about whether or not they're going to trigger some over-the-top response from you, they're going to want to be around you less. Relationships work best when both people are completely allowed to be the best version of themselves and the worst version of themselves. And as they go along, to be less of the worst version of themselves and to be the best version of themselves more often. That's how relationships continue to be exciting and continue to grow and be interesting, and you continue to be interesting to each other, is that you see more and more of the other person's best version and less of their worst version. Because you realize that the majority of the things that bother you about another person are actually things that bother you about yourself. And this person is just illuminating certain things that bother you about yourself. It's the truth. And when a relationship starts here and goes up, it's because you're more and more, you are being the best version of yourself. You see a lot of relationships from people that experience that, and they continue to get better and better and better as time goes on. But you also see people that start off up here and continue to go down. And that's because as certain things happen and you see yourself being the not so great version of yourself, you start to see yourself through your person's eyes, and you don't like what you see. So it's really not about the other person judging you, condemning you, rejecting you. It's about you doing that to yourself, because you know you're not being the best version of yourself. It's true. Think about it. Okay? All right, so we're going to get some words from this person, or maybe these are words that you need to say. You always feel better when you're being loving, when you're being kind, when you're being generous. You always feel worse when you're being nasty, when you're being mean, when you're being judgmental. It's just that simple. All right, let's get some words. I have no idea what's coming out there. And then we're going to get a card for you, and we're going to get a card for your person. All right, one for you, one for your person. All right, let's see, what do we have here? Unforeseen. I feel like immediately when I turn that card over, I feel like the unforeseen here is somebody not foreseeing something that you are going to do, something that you are going to say. Unforeseen feeling. Witty. All right, that's the high vibration of the King of Wands for sure. Okay, so I feel like these two go together. I feel like this is separate. There's some type of unforeseen feelings here. Maybe unforeseen feelings or feelings that you're able to get out with this Page of Cups, you know, that you're able to say or share with somebody. I feel like it creates an unforeseen feeling for your person. It comes from dropping the ego a little bit. It comes from lightening things up between the two of you. What do we have here for you? Liberation. I love this. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they are you. This is beautiful in what we're talking about here. When you are in that low vibration, when you're in that shadow side of yourself, that's not who you are, okay? It's not. You can believe that the high vibration, the best version of yourself, when you're in that energy, that's why it feels good, because that's who you truly are. It's not the low vibration triggered version of yourself. For you, I feel like it's liberating to realize that that side of you, that's not who you truly are. And that's really important to remember when somebody else shows that side of themselves to you, realizing that that's not who they truly are. You've seen a better version of them. You know there's a better version. But think about why people go into their shadow self or their lower vibration self. It comes from fear. So the doubts and fears that still come up, that still create or allow you to go into that darker side of yourself, that's not who you are. You know that. And when you realize that, okay, things get easier. They get easier for you. They get easier on relationships. It makes you much more compassionate of people. It makes them more compassionate of you. For your person, what do we have? Awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. So what truly is an awakening? It's an awakening to a realization that there is a higher self. There is something beyond what we see, hear, feel, taste, touch here in the physical world. That you can align yourself with a higher power, that you can align yourself with your higher self. That's truly what an awakening is, to a consciousness that allows you to more regularly be in that higher vibration version of yourself. Remember that sun, that's high vibration, that's joy. You can choose to be in that high vibration all the time. Not easy to do. Definitely not easy to do. But the more you practice it, the more you have an awareness of when you're in that high vibration and what it feels like, the easier it becomes to stay in that energy. That's truly where our souls want to be all the time. And that's why, especially on YouTube, if you watch any near-death experiences, you almost always hear people say that they didn't want to come back because they got a true taste of what unconditional love feels like. They connected to that higher part of themselves, which is actually, God himself or herself, whatever. So for you, I feel like the message is don't beat yourself up when you go into that low vibration, but realize you can choose to come out of that anytime you want. If you're struggling with jealousy with a particular person, just realize there is only one you, with all of your beautiful traits, with all of your crazy traits, with all of your negative traits. But there is only one you. That person can't replace you. When you think about the intricacies of each individual and how different each person is, the things that we connect on, the things that we connect to each other with are the positive things, the good things, the love. Where we tend to differ is with some of the negative traits. So when you align with your higher self, the other person is more likely to align with their higher self, because we want to see the best in others, but we also want to see the best in ourselves. And when we're negative, when we're nasty, when we're jealous, when we're mean, when we're unloving, we don't feel good about ourselves. I can't emphasize that enough. So this is about you finding the best vibration of yourself before you talk to somebody, and being liberated that even though the doubts and fears still come up, you don't believe that those doubts and fears are actually you. They're just thoughts. They're just thoughts. You don't have to attach yourself to those doubts and fears. All right. Scorpio, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, feel free to reach out. If not, no worries. I will talk to you later. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.